Wait. Is this Lex? It's Astrostetics. Let's get it, baby. I know y'all waiting on that Kendrick Lamar Euphoria breakdown, but before we get into that, let's dive into what exactly happens during a rap beef. Kendrick Lamar and Drake, this is a beef. What makes this a beef? Well, Drake said it. That song y'all had did not start the beef with us. He literally said that in push-ups, right? And then he pulled up with the tailor-made freestyle. Kendrick Lamar drops Euphoria, but Drake dropped push-ups in response to like that. When Drake says that this thing been boiling in a pot, now it's heating up, well, how long has it been boiling? Has it been boiling since you went on Angie Martinez? Has it been boiling since you went on Power 105 or Hot 97 and you was talking about Kendrick? Word got back to Kendrick. Kendrick starts throwing subs in his music. He talks about tucking a sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. We know exactly the timeline of Kendrick Lamar and Drake. That's one that has been spanning for years. Drake and Timbaland got one song, that Say Something song. Drake, he never worked with Pharrell. We know Pharrell loved working with superstars. Pharrell worked with dang near all the superstars, and he gives every single one of them a whole new swag every time, right? We seen Pharrell work with Megan Thee Stallion. Pharrell work with Travis Scott. When Kid Cudi, Pharrell will pull up. What happened with the Drake and Dream? That fancy record, all you do is run around and only cool's got no need. That song is my favorite Dream song, by the way. Drake does not work with a lot of the legends for some weird reason. As much as we saying, yo, Drake is a dope artist, Drake's business moves is fire, why isn't Drake working with a lot of the legends? The only legends that'll really work with him is Jay-Z. That's something else that we also should examine as well. Jay-Z will only work with Drake, and it seems like it's always a purpose around it. Re-examining his feature on Scorpion, we gonna dive into that. We know on the Light Up, Jay-Z was pretty much warning Drake and foreshadowing exactly what Drake is going through now, because this is a rap feud. It's not a silly rap feud. This is something that's not distracting Drake, because Drake literally was saying drop. Drake was on Kendrick's ass and he was asking for this battle. America, let's be 1,000 about this, okay? Rap beefs in history, Jay-Z and Nas. The time was different back then. That was what, 10, 12 years ago? Nah, that was like 20 years ago. I'm bugging. 12 years ago, they pieced it up in 2006 when they dropped Black Republicans, money I got, love for them. Y'all remember that track right there? That was on, I think, either the Nas Hip Hop Is Dead album or the Jay-Z Kingdom Come or American Gangsta album, right? I don't remember which one exactly. With Jay-Z and Nas, yeah, you had to listen to Takeover when it dropped on the radio. You listened to Super Ugly when it dropped on the radio. When Jay-Z put all of the rappers on the Summer Jam screen, that was wow. Like, I was young at the time. I was in elementary school, right? Just with people talking back then, people was talking like you saw it in magazines. If something was hot, the magazines is running it the next day. Let's not act like beef does not generate interest. KRS-One and Nelly, that introduced KRS-One to a whole new generation. It's getting hot. Some of the people that I was talking about, it's getting hot, they went and listened to KRS-One. The beef raises interest. In the case of 50 Cent and Ja Rule, that there was some street elements associated with that. There was also an invested interest from some of the recording companies. 50 Cent and Ja Rule at that time, they was just making great music. This is the thing. It's like these record labels, they don't just invest in anybody that got issues going on. It's like, if you don't have a buzz, or if you don't have like an undeniable talent, and you just right place, right time kind of thing, you're not getting a deal. You're not getting a deal like that unless you like know somebody or you got some type of plug in the industry. Like, Especially now, it's like, yo, go build your own wave, get your own followers, get like a viral hit or whatever, and we'll throw some dollars on it and give you a boost, and we'll probably buy your single. And if you use any of our samples, we'll sue you for 850 thou out, like they did that rapper. Right? The labels, they want to invest in things that's already picking up. When people make it seem like they're just gonna invest in an artist because they have beef, that's probably not even the case anymore. Now, I get it if y'all want to say maybe 10, 12 years ago, maybe in the 90s, because the 90s was just a wild time. They always talk about that alleged meeting that was had, and a bunch of artists and execs was told that they had to make a certain type of music. That's something that multiple people have came out and said that. In the case of now, we've seen recently a lot of the artists that they've signed were gang affiliated artists. If we look at artists like 6ix9ine, if we look at artists like, really all of the artists that they've been signing, like a lot of artists are gang affiliated. At the same time, a lot of these artists are talented. They have their buzz. Even the artists that are not gang affiliated, they have their buzz. They have their audience. They have their people that want to pop out when they out and zone out with them. Let's be honest. It's like if you could be gang affiliated and whatnot, but if you not popping like that, then they're not going to invest. Okay? But then that could be sometimes why people go in that other direction, and maybe that could be a reason why. Maybe to get popping, maybe to get the audience. We seen what 6ix9ine said. 6ix9ine said like, yo, he wasn't really on that gang timing, but he just liked the aesthetic of it and he thought it was good for marketing. That's literally what he said. Maybe some of them do it for that. Who knows? Rap beefs, if you look at someone like 50 Cent, 50 Cent's not really known to be gang affiliated. He's just really, 50 is the G-Unit general, right? Ja Rule, we don't know if Ja Rule is really gang affiliated, but Ja Rule is really one of them guys. You're not just going to deal with Ja Rule crazy like that. 50 and Ja Rule, you're not going to deal with none of them crazy like that. And when we look at just that element, when you hot, you hot. It has nothing to do the beef element. The record labels may be aware of that. They'll set up certain type of parameters. They'll give you a certain type of security detail, and maybe all of that will come out of your budget because that's also a risk. So at times they'll make sure, look, if we're going to invest in this artist, yeah, we got to make sure that this artist is protected. Rap beefs, look at Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift going at Kim Kardashian. Taylor Swift did what, 2.5 million the first week? America, let's keep it a bean and eat. Yeah, I don't think that maybe 400,000 of those sales could have been, yo, Taylor Swift really dissed Kim Kardashian? What? Word? Where's that at? You don't think 300,000 of that was people like, wait, Taylor Swift really dissed Kim Kardashian? And don't think about the people that you know. Just kind of try to think about the people that actually really is diving deep into that. And Taylor Swift makes great music, by the way. Her music, for her audience, her music, they love it. She knows her demographic. And Taylor Swift, she also has amazing relationships and connect. Yeah, when it comes to the big three and just the music in general, like let's talk about the real big three, right? The real big three. Could put Drake there. We could put Taylor Swift there. And we could probably put The Weeknd there. So when we're talking about quote-unquote rap beefs, Taylor Swift, just her going at Kim Kardashian or spelling her name with a capitalized letters allegedly, that pushed a couple units. Jay-Z and Nas, people going to the stores, picking up the singles at that time, that moved units. When Jay-Z and Nas got cool and came together on Black Republicans, that moved units. When Jay-Z and Nas got on Billionaire Boys Club with Pharrell and Timbaland and Swiss Beats and Nas, that moved units. When it comes to quote-unquote beef, it's all in the hands of the artists, their teams, their management, all the other elements going on around them. But then it's also the media. And when it comes to this aspect, this is what, this is an aspect of media. Y'all know that this is the definition of versatility, right? You gotta keep it a being. There's a certain responsibility where, yeah, people like beefs. They generate clicks, they generate all types of views, whatever. But the integrity does come in where we don't want to see this going too far. Nobody wants to see that. When it comes to the sport of hip-hop, seeing two talented artists go head-to-head, see their talents go straight at each other, we know that there's tension there. Like, what, do y'all want the audience to start being fake? Y'all want the media to start being fake, inauthentic, and cap? Y'all want us to start being cap stars about the rap stars? No, these guys are beefing. Drake once again said it. That thing been boiling in a pot, now it's heating up. And then he said he don't care what Cole think, that track was weak as like 50 and Ja Rule. 50, Ja Rule, they thinking past that you get it rocking on a plane, that's your ass. You taking a trip to the county, nobody's trying to take a trip to the county. So 50 and Ja Rule, they ain't get it cracking on that plane, and that would have looked kind of crazy. Selena Gomez or one of them girls, their fan base was dang near bullying one of the other girls. I don't remember which two ladies it was. If y'all know, let me know in the comments. But it was like Selena Gomez or Ariana Grande or one of them. And their fan base was wildin'. It's not really beef. It's just people want to see when something gets attentive, when sparks starts flying. Like, come on, y'all, keep it a beat. If you walking down the street and you start seeing a little bit of sparks flying somewhere, are you not gonna look? Can we deadass keep it a stickety stat? You gonna be like, oh, what's that sparking over there? Something's popping off. Stop playing, America. When something is popping off, it's popping off. You want to look and see what's going on. If something looks crazy, you're going to get out of there. If something ever looks like it's going to get too far, you know to remove yourself and dismiss yourself from this situation, America. In this situation, when it comes to just beefs in general, the ego, when it comes to one of these MCs not wanting to get embarrassed, there have been allegations made from both sides. What's true? What's cap? What's facts? What's not? We'll leave that up to these gentlemen to decide how they want to go at each other. But one thing that we're going to do as the audience is we're going to make decisions based off skill, based off who do we like more. That's respectable, but we have to be honest. When it comes to Drake and Kendrick Lamar, this is the next arc in hip-hop. This is the next arc. And when we're saying arc, once again, the next chapter, this defines the moment for the next several years. Drake has been on a run for a decade and a half, America. First time I heard Drake's name was on my birthday when I was in high school, in my freshman year of high school. My cousin was like, yo, this dude Drake, he's gonna be like the biggest artist, like this guy Drake. And I was like, yo, who are you talking about? Like, why? Who is this dude Drake? Went home, went on MySpace, and I was like, yo, I know what? Like, yo, that's the kid from Degrassi? What? And then, wait, Lil Wayne? Wait, J Prince's son? And then you start seeing the rollout happens. Kendrick Lamar starts really buzzing off for me 2010, 2011, right around the time when Ye West was really heating up. We talking after the VMAs, and he comes out with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. He's trying to work with Drake here and there. But we know before that, Ye West directed the video for Best I Ever Had. We really need to hear what happened with the Best I Ever Had video and Ye West. And he bombed it. Ye West said, screw this video. And Drake pulled up at the studio after that. Ye West produced after that. Ye West, Drake wrote for him after that. He gave Drake beats after that. They hopped on each other's tracks after that. The industry just being fake. What it is it seems like the media exploits that. The media exploits the fakeness of the industry at times. Something will happen, people will say they don't want that out there. Hey, can you guys remove that? Can you do that? And it's, well, hey, if everyone's being authentic, why should you have to delete anything? I have deleted a couple things. It's like if you wanna, if the blogs catch you looking like a thotty and you want to act like people didn't see what they saw, then you're wildin'. You can't do that. And it could also be like certain rumors that we've heard. And when people try to act like they're not true, for example, there was a rumor going around that Drake was talking crazy about Kendrick Lamar at one point. Drake said, hey, if that interview gets aired, then I'm not doing this. That was said that Drake was talking crazy. Drake was like, yo, if y'all air that, I'm not banging with y'all, and I'm not gonna do this, I'm not doing that. For some reason, that thing never got aired. All we heard was Drake pretty much saying that Kendrick Lamar with the Controverse, it really just be spontaneous social outburst of excitement. And it gets people talking for a few days, and then it's pretty much a whirlwind of social excitement. That's pretty much how Drake was saying that Kendrick Lamar music be coming off. Drake, that could have been a petty response. It could have been. It could have been records. People still talk about that Controverse today. And it's always that, do you remember anything that was said after the Controverse? People be looking up, unless they're really crazy fans, they really don't be remembering. But that's not the point. The point is that hip-hop is a sport. Hip-hop is competitive. Drake was really putting on that spectacle as if he's ready to compete. Drake said, yo, I'm ready to compete. He's not ducking push-ups, which was obviously Drake playing around. That charted number 19. Now listen, Kendrick Lamar, this Euphoria joint, we think this could be a top 10. This could be a top 20. This definitely is going to be in the top 20, top 10 mark. I'm sticking with top 10. Rap beefs. Euphoria is Kendrick Lamar dissing 90% Drake, 5% J. Cole, and 5% everybody else. Yes, Drake is still a big part of that. Drake is still responsible for a majority of that success. Drake, after his tour, after he dissed Future, he did the double album with 21 Savage. He drops another album after that. He goes on a tour. He invites Lil Durk, J. Cole, Lil Wayne on the tour. Are y'all serious? Then he gets off the tour and he gets wrapped up in the middle of the biggest hip-hop beef in the past 10 years between him and Kendrick, and then Future and Metro Boomin is on his ass, and Rick Ross. Yo, come on, man. Yo, and then Ye West. Come on, yo, America. Who else? Then he drops the tailor-made freestyle. Before that, he drops push-ups. Who else has had any type of year like that? That's really a lot for one person to deal with. Let's keep it a bean. And then you gotta understand, y'all, what about radio? What does this mean for radio? What does this mean for DJs? What does this mean for street teams? This is not just these artists. When you're looking at one of these artists, you gotta think like there's probably maybe 20 or even 50 other people that they gotta deal with. Maybe they gotta deal with 10 people on a day-to-day basis. Regionally, these artists have people that they have to maintain relationships with. What about when all of these people go on tour? Drake is off tour now. This moment right here, if Drake delivers, Drake's next track, that's what we're waiting on right now. They were saying that Drake is on the clock. If Drake is on the clock and he delivers this next single, and it's an absolute banger, Kendrick Lamar, he's in trouble. The biggest moments and highlights so far are connected to Drake or dissing Drake. Are we still questioning, does beef make people watch things? I think that's not a question at this point. Look at what this beef has done for Kendrick Lamar. If he wasn't in this beef and he put out Euphoria, whoa. Imagine if Kendrick Lamar put out Euphoria first. Do y'all think it still would have went crazy? Yo, who knows? Low key, it would have probably went crazier than like that. It would have probably went crazier than like that. That would have really kind of caught Drake off guard, like, oh snap. But Kendrick Lamar mentioned everything we heard already, and that's what the issue is. Kendrick Lamar is like, yo, y'all think I want to spend any of that bread digging up information on Drake? You better. The heck they gonna get that information on you? And that's what makes Drake's response a wacky one. Because it doesn't matter what anyone wants to say when it comes to just beef. There's a certain way, even with the tailor-made freestyle. Y'all keep putting push-ups against Euphoria. If you put Euphoria next to tailor-made freestyle, Drake predicted Euphoria. He told you exactly how it was gonna go. We told y'all Kendrick Lamar was gonna take that angle, paint Drake as an outsider, light-skinned boy from Canada. And that's exactly what he did. And there's nothing wrong with that angle that Kendrick Lamar took, because Kendrick Lamar is a great lyricist. Let's keep it a stack. He still did exactly what Drake said he would do. What benefited him was that his song was just great. When he said Hellcat, like that was fire how he caught that groove. You cannot deny it, and that's what we also mentioned. But is this song paradigm shifting America? Is Kendrick Lamar on a paradigm shifting sonic wave with his music? Because if the music ain't shifting the culture, see, but Drake could do that. If Drake, you waits it out and uses this moment to give conscious Drake while barring down Kendrick Lamar, oh my God, America. And listen, we can't put nothing past Drake, America. Imagine if he actually does this, goes in with the conscious rap. Kendrick Lamar will be perturbed. He would be like, yo, what? But remember, Drake also alluded to that before. He said if he could go conscious, he'd take all Kendrick fans. When Drake first came out, Drake was semi-conscious rap, reflective. He spoke about self-awareness a lot. Drake has that pocket. When y'all talking about that 6 a.m. in Hawaii timestamp Drake mode, y'all like that. That's what y'all dub timestamp Drake. When Drake get in that vibe, y'all like the reflective, introspective Drake. That's really not much different from the vibe that Drake was on his first couple mixtapes, his first couple projects. Drake has music like that. You probably find a few verses like that on Comeback Season. I'm not looking to Drake for that. I'm not looking to Jay-Z for conscious rap either. And the next thing is, Jay-Z really buttoned up when he was 40 years old, right? The 40-40 Club, 444. Jay-Z really started buttoning up when he was 40 years old. Drake is not 40 yet. Kendrick Lamar, he's not 40 yet. J. Cole is not 40 yet. And this is why I'm asking y'all, what standards are y'all judging the culture by? If Drake want to be on his bachelor type of timing, he's not 40 yet. Why? Jay-Z low-key didn't even really started publicly go let the public know about his marriage since 2011. Jay-Z did not do that. Now, are we saying that you shouldn't be married? No, we're not. But when it comes to these standards that y'all are creating, Drake settling down when he's 38, let's keep boundaries in line here. Yes, Drake, he's not married yet. But a lot of artists, they didn't push that until they were older than Drake is now. And let's just be honest about that. Now, Kendrick Lamar saying that, I've been seeing things with people saying that Kendrick Lamar was using that role against him, saying, hey, look, he's being a father to his children. He's being an upstanding man for his family. He's actually present. That's an angle that builds off the Pusha T track, and that is a new angle. We're not saying that that's not new. That is a creative spin that Kendrick Lamar took. If Drake pops out with the most introspective, lyrical, spiritual, miracle, saging habitual lines. Listen, America, that would be insane, but that also wouldn't be the only thing. We gotta remember, that kind of music might not necessarily get played in all the clubs. That could be something that Drake would have to play off of. And this is why we're saying, look, this gonna go into the summertime. We gonna get at least 7 tracks out of this. Meek Mill and Drake, are we still questioning whether or not? Are we still questioning how beef can impact an artist's career? Meek Mill and Drake, whose career did that benefit? Whose career did that not benefit? Meek exposing that Drake uses ghostwriters. Is it a world tour or your girls tour? Understanding that Drake, okay, it got exposed, Drake has ghostwriters. Then when Drake gets back to back off of that, Drake retired that song from his shows, but that's one of Drake's biggest songs. That was a diss song that went #1 America. So that was one of those things that set the tone. We expecting that rap back and forths should be 1 song, 2 songs. No, this is going into the summer. When it was 50 Cent and Rick Ross, we got like 10 songs out of that. You heard? We got 10, 20 songs out of that. And Ross and 50, none of them got hurt like that. And that's one thing that we could say. We don't need nobody kind of like taking a rap beef too far. All right? A rap beef can influence and impact your career. It depending on how you parlay it. We see these artists, millions of plays. Everybody want to hear what Kendrick said about Drake. What Drake said about Kendrick. These songs are promoting themselves because the public is interested. Does that mean that this goes so too far? The same way Nas and Jay-Z hopped on Black Republican years after they pieced it up. They hopped on more songs with one another. Maybe, who knows, every now and then they might still get their jabs in. Jay-Z, they said he be dropping on the same day as Nas sometimes. Maybe that's Jay-Z way of still getting on his ass every now and then. If we look at them Nas albums, Nas might have a couple bars for Jay-Z. Who knows? Between them as men, they can respect that and still keep it pushing. They are doing business maybe on a higher level, so certain things they not even really gonna care about like that. But that's them. Kendrick Lamar and Drake, some of the things, the content that we hearing on this song, it's like, yo, why is that really in a rap beef? And that's why, yeah, let's keep this as a sport. Let's keep this as a straight sport. At the end of the day, this is really Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Someone's career is not going to be the same. Who's going to be the Devin Haney here? Is Kendrick Lamar Ryan Garcia? Is Drake Ryan Garcia? Is Kendrick Lamar Devin Haney? Is Drake Devin Haney? The audience is going to decide. After this will impact the scope of hip-hop. Even the angle that Kendrick Lamar took, like, yo, just hold on, we're going home. And yo, A$AP Rocky was in that music video too. Drake is low-key the only artist that everybody that he worked with, they looking at him like, yo, they don't trust him. They still don't trust him. The audience needs to know the truth about that. Has the quality in Drake's music decreased? To a degree, no. His bars is there. You could say what you want, but see, now people start breaking down them Drake lyrics and, oh no, he really spits all the time. Sometimes you just don't realize it. Sometimes you don't need to know that you getting fed and take the fire, but you don't need to know it's fire. Just know that you getting some sauce. Now Kendrick Lamar, he's saying the sauce is here, take the sauce. And yes, Kendrick Lamar is a talented artist, but what new angle will he take? We've seen that tailor-made freestyle. Who else ever took that angle in a rap beef, America? I'll wait. Nobody has ever seen anything like that. Kendrick Lamar, what he did, rapping on 3 different beats, 3 switches. All right, that's very cool. That's very cool, but we've seen that. Artists go up to the Funk Flex and smoke somebody out on 4 or 5 different beats. We seen G-Unit do that. We seen Fabulous go crazy on them freestyles. What we're saying is Kendrick Lamar, the only new angle that he took was when he threw in that fatherhood. But we seen Jay-Z do that on 444. And remember, Kendrick Lamar came out and said, yo, that this album is like a master body of work. Kendrick Lamar was loving that 444 album. At the same time, Drake using that as a moment of reflection. Y'all made Drake the villain. Y'all made Aubrey the villain now. If Drake teetles that line, but also plays around with some of that conscious vibe that people have been wanting Drake to get on, that creates a wild scenario for Drake to create. As crazy as Kendrick Lamar is going, is trying to have this type of integrity. You're gonna have to channel your inner Pusha T, sir. Pusha T ain't give a fuck about nothing. Pusha T is last school bully. Like, you could see 1,000 other people pull up, and then when Pusha T pull up, oh no, send him back home. I know when Pusha T was younger in class, the teachers would be like, yo, send him back home, because he don't give a about nothing. Did y'all hear how he was talking to Drake on that? That's why Drake was like, the audacity. Remember on the Duppy freestyle, Drake was like, the audacity of this guy. How dare he? Pusha T, Kendrick Lamar, you really gonna have to channel your inner Pusha T. Kendrick Lamar is trying to take an approach that you're making a lot of sense. The thing with Drake is that red button that he was alluding to, has Drake pushed it yet? And just off Drake naming his song Red Button, Drake been aware of this the whole entire time. Drake been aware, like, wait, I'm an actor in this movie. Drake knew it. So yes, Drake broke that fourth wall. And listen, if Drake delivered on this next single, then we going to round 3. This is round 3. It was Like That and Push-Ups. That's a hard one to do because Drake had to actually go up against everybody. And I'm going to put Tailor Made against Euphoria. Yeah, that song got taken down. It's not going to chart. Now, Euphoria was solid. If it would have came out after Like That, that would have been vicious. That would have been a real thotty situation, America. Let's just be honest. But that did not happen. Therefore, the next round is on Drake. If Drake got a back-to-back in there, listen, man, we gonna have to give it to Drake. Drake is playing dirty with this. And he's trolling. Kendrick Lamar is not known for that. Y'all be picking and choosing. When it comes to performance, rap, hip-hop, it's about performance. People want to see, they want to get entertained. They want to see some memes. They want to laugh. They want to listen to the song and laugh and haha. Like, look, Kendrick Lamar, he delivered though. And yeah, not the way Pusha T did that. And that's a whole other level of vicious. Pusha T is really that dude. Yo, listen, if you beef with Pusha T, you be ready to really, really go there. Kendrick Lamar is still holding back. Kendrick Lamar still held back. He's dealing with that Mr. Morality. That's respectable and once again commendable. That's really not what wins beef. When it comes to 50 Cent and Ja, it was the trolling and the music that made 50 win. It was always that. Now, Nelly and KRS-One, that's debatable. You gotta have the fire music with that real life soundtrack. Drake understands that at this point. And listen, Kendrick Lamar does too. Kendrick Lamar, he came back with a great response though, just for the simple fact that Drake literally predicted that whole thing in the tailor-made freestyle. Yes, round 1 goes to Drake. Round one goes to Drake. Euphoria is not rocking with tailor-made freestyle. If some people say Euphoria did its thing, you're right, it did. Let's not act like tailor-made freestyle never came out and they shelved it. It came out. That happened. Now the next track is really where it begins. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. It's Astrostetics. Let's get it, baby.